Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Today we're going to do rational numbers exercise 1A. Now in the new book we have question 1, which is a multiple choice type. In the old book this question is not there, but I've already started with the old book, so we have questions there. So now question 1 from the old book will now become question 2 will now become question 3, and so on. So in the new book there are a few changes here and there. So as and when we do it, I will mention the changes to you. So here, according to this, the first question is the multiple choice question. Let's read it. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. So here, question 1, a number which is not rational is called, and we've been given 4 options A, B, C and D. Now we have to write the correct answer. Now we know what a rational number is. Any number that can be written in the form of a fraction as long as the denominator is not 0 is called a rational number. That means all natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, fractions, decimal numbers, they're all rational numbers. We only have certain numbers which are irrational. So when we study irrational numbers, I will explain that in detail. So according to this question, a number which is not rational, what can it be called? Can it be called a natural number? No, because natural numbers are rational numbers. Can it be called an integer? No, because integers are also rational numbers. Can it be called an irrational number? Yes. So a number which is not rational is called an irrational number. So our answer is option C. Question 2. If x is not equal to 0, then the value of 0 by x, what will it be? So 0 by x means x can take any number as long as it's not 0. So 0 by 1, it can be 0 by 5, it can be 0 by 15, all this. It can take on any value as long as it's not equal to 0. So look at all these numbers. Aren't they all rational numbers? So let's see if we have an option like that. So if x is not equal to 0, then the value of 0 by x is a rational number, correct? So the answer here is option A, a rational number. Question 3. The equation 5x plus 7 gives us 0, gives the value of x, which is, now let's first solve this and see to find the value of x. So 5x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now we have learned simple linear equations, isn't it? So we can find out the value of x from this. So 5x will be equal to 0 minus 7, because we are transposing this plus 7 to the other side. It becomes minus 7. So 5x is equal to minus 7. So what will x be? 5x means 5 into x. So when it goes to the other side, it becomes minus 7 by 5. Now minus 7 by 5, rational number. So that will be option C. Question 4. Rational number P by Q is in the standard form if. When do we say that this P by Q is in a standard form? So standard form is when both P and Q, whatever numbers are there, cannot be divided further by any other number. They don't have a common factor. They can only be divided by 1. So other than that, they don't have any other common factor. Now suppose I take numbers 5 by 7. Now they cannot be reduced further. They are in the standard form. What are the factors of 5? The factors of 5 are 1 and 5, and the factors of 7 are 1 and 7. So the only common factor between them is 1. So they don't have any other common factor. So this is the standard form. So when do we say that P by Q is in the standard form? When P and Q have no common factor, that's correct. They don't have a common factor. But here it says P is not equal to 0. So that is 5, instead of 5, we have P. So if I put 0, I can still have 0 there. So that is wrong. It can be 0, but here it says P cannot be 0. So question A is wrong. Option A is not right. Next one, B. So P and Q have at least one common factor other than 1. Now look at this. So this will stand for P. So this is P and this is Q. So here we just saw that P and Q, they have only 1 as a common factor. But here they're saying P and Q have at least one common factor other than 1. No. So that statement is also false. So this is not the answer. Let's see option C. P and Q have no common factor. Correct. Other than 1. Okay, they don't have any other common factor. And Q is not equal to 0. Yes, only then it can be a rational number, isn't it? So this statement is correct. So here also the answer is option C. Question 5, the addition of two rational numbers, now I have two rational numbers here they've given to us, is commutative if it follows which of these answers. Now what is the meaning of commutative? Now rational numbers, there is a property called the commutative property of addition of two rational numbers. That is, if I take two rational numbers, 2 by 3 and 4 by 7, and I add this up, I will get a particular answer, isn't it? Now, what if I change the order? Now, instead of writing 2 by 3 first, let me put 4 by 7 first, and then I write 2 by 3. My answer will be the same. Even if I change the order, my answer is going to be the same. So, when we add up two rational numbers, and after changing the order also, if it is the same, the answer, then we say it is commutative. The addition is commutative. So now the question here is, the addition of two rational numbers is commutative when and which of these options is the answer? Do we say that it is commutative when we add up the rational numbers and the answer is a rational number? No, then we don't call it commutative. Again, when we add it up and the answer is a rational number? No, we don't call it commutative. When we add up both the rational numbers and we change the order and add up the rational numbers and the answers equal, then we say that they have followed the commutative property. So this is the answer. Now look at the last option. Here they're talking about subtraction. So this is not the answer. This is only for addition. We say commutative property of addition of two rational numbers. Question 6. Minus 3 by 7 plus the additive inverse of minus 3 by 7. So what's the meaning of additive inverse? If I have a negative number and I add the positive of that number to it, that is, if I have minus 3 by 7 and the additive inverse is 3 by 7. See, this is negative. Minus 3 by 7 is negative. The additive inverse is 3 by 7. And if the question is positive, the additive inverse will be negative. So now I have the additive inverse of minus 3 by 7. Now if I add it, because here that's what it says. It says minus 3 by 7 plus the additive inverse. So minus 3 by 7 plus the additive inverse, what do I get? So here the LCM will be 7. So the numerators remain the same, minus 3 plus 3. How much is minus 3 plus 3? 0. 0 by 7. And how much is 0 by 7? 0. So that means if I take any rational number and add its additive inverse, my answer is going to be 0. So here option A is 1, option B is 0. So that is our answer. Option B is our answer. So with this, children, we have come to the end of the MCQ part of the question. And like I said, this is only in the new book. Now the old book continues with the other questions which are also part of the new book. So please have a look at the other video also, where we begin with question 1, which is now question 2 in the new book. So we will stop here. Thank you, children.